all you bucket heads, and welcome all you bad batchers. My name is Omega, and welcome to another episode of the most disorganized podcast on the internet. Welcome to Under the Helmet Podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the Dad Batch with Hunter, Rika, Iku, and Tick.
Dylan, why are you wearing a towel?
Okay, first off, this is a sheet from my bed.
Yeah, that doesn't make it better.
Because I'm not a natural blonde. So I wanted to look like Omega.
Okay.
All right. So with that being said, welcome to Under the Helmet Podcast. If you like what you see here today, don't forget, hit that like button, leave us a comment, share this video with your friends, family, lovers, former lovers, enemies, the people that bombed Camino. Do all that. Share it with everybody because you love us.
That escalated rather quickly.
I mean, listen, I'm still not over it, okay?
Still
not over Camino.
God, that sequence was just gut-wrenching.
Oh, for real. All right. Also, while you're here, I had a momentary lapse of spacing out, but it's all good because I was trying to remember the most important thing of all. Join that Discord and, of course, follow us on Instagram so you can keep up with the Most Disorganized Podcast and know when we go live, when we do changes, stuff like that. It's very important. It's worth joining. So all links are in the down there area. But with that being said, Eli, we've got a show tonight.
That we do. First one of 2023, mind you.
I know. Happy New Year to everybody. Crazy to think we have not done a show since last year. Now that I got the one joke out of the way.
Thank goodness.
You're so funny, Dylan. Thanks. Sometimes somebody's got to say it.
Someone has got to say it. So I think just launching. Actually, no, just a little bit of housekeeping stuff beforehand. I posted it just about everywhere. But as we can see, it is not 8:30 Eastern Standard Time.
It's
as
not?
It normally is when we boot up. And that is because moving forward, Under the Helmet Pod, or Under the Helmet Podcast, or just Under the Helmet. Honestly, I've been debating just Under the Helmet as a name.
We gotta keep that podcast on there because apparently there's a football one that's Under the Helmet. So
well, we're better than that.
We gotta differentiate because I don't want to talk about sports.
Well, neither do I. That being said, Gabby brought this up to me a little while back. We don't exactly fit the standard podcast style, as a lot of our show is visual. We show stuff off, and we're also not on any of the standard podcast platforms. We stream on YouTube.
We're simply built differently.
Videos. So, I don't know. But that being said, we are Under the Helmet. It is 2023, and we will be streaming at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the known future.
And if there is a change to our streaming schedule for any reason, if we change dates for any reason, or if we stream earlier, stream later, you know the best place to find out about it? The Discord. And even better, the Instagram. And occasionally the YouTube, Twitter knockoff thing where you can like comment stuff. Every now and then I log into there and post things. So if you want to do all that and you want to join all that, only one thing to do: subscribe and hit the link keys in the down there part. Thanks. Very cool. Anyways, let's get on to the Dad Batch.
Bad Batch. The batch that is dads that are dads.
So let's, instead of going through the episode bit by bit, let's just talk about, because we have 2 episodes
first.
let's do non-spoilers.
Okay.
What are what are your overall takeaways from
I
2 episodes?
loved these first 2 episodes. It
Okay.
was, I mean, it didn't really give you a chance to stop. Like the pace just kind of kept going, and there was always something happening. Keeps going the entire time, which
Hmm.
I always like that about Bad Batch. Bad Batch doesn't really slow all that much. I mean, we've seen this in season 1, and yes, there are some slower moments, but for the most part, picks up a lot of the time. And I like that in just about any media. Um, don't get me wrong, I appreciate slower moments. I appreciate the quieter stuff as well. But Bad Batch as a show carries a lot of that more Clone Wars type feel, I guess. And, part of it might be just because it's got that animation, so I associate it a lot with Clone Wars. But I definitely feel like these first 2 episodes were really just go, go, go the whole time. Because we see them jump from one thing almost straight into the next. Very little time.
Absolutely. And I think us and the badge itself really don't get time to rest. And I think that's really indicative of the show itself, where like that's where they're at in the Empire, where the Bad Batch doesn't really get time to rest. I mean, we pick up quite literally with them in the middle of the heights. Like that Comic-Con footage was the first scene.
Yep.
And I'm honestly really happy it was, because I don't know where it would have fit outside of that. So I'm very happy that we got there, we got it out of the way, and we moved it on. But I think the thing that most excited me, or actually I'll say this, the thing that most disappointed me about last season was Echo
Mm-hmm.
and how he was just kind of there.
Yeah.
He wasn't really a character. He was just there.
He did just kind of exist within the space.
It was like even the episode with him talking to Rex about fives, it didn't really give him a chance to like show that he knows and mourns fives. Like he just kind of like moves on. It's like he's like, fives tried to warn me. And it's like, okay, cool. And we're moving on. It's like, no, I want more of that. Tell me more.
I want more.
I know my
And I
voice.
know that I should.
So what I'm so happy about with these first 2 episodes is that they did something quite remarkable. Is they made Echo a character.
Mm-hmm.
I was very happy about that. I was like, Echo, our boy is finally getting some character arc, and I like that Echo's arc is quite literally we have to fight back against the Empire, where everyone else is just kind of happy existing.
Mm-hmm.
Echo's like, we need to be doing something. We need to be doing more to fight against the Empire.
Mm-hmm.
And I really... Hi, Aaron.
Who's here?
That's my girl.
Did you two coordinate this joke?
No, we have not. No, we've been saying this joke to each other for weeks.
Oh goodness, you two are really meant for each other.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
It's a thing. Yep. For those who are unaware, I have a girlfriend. That's Erin. Say hi. I'm gonna pull up her comment. Actually, it's got a full name. Oh.
Dylan finally getting in on the having a girlfriend in the chat game.
I know, right? You monopolized it last year, so I gotta step up.
I did really. Just take a moment here, flex for a bit. Okay, we're good.
Okay, but yeah, so I really appreciated that the batch is getting an arc and that they're actually getting to be characters. So that's the thing that's basically my thoughts on that summed up. But anyway, do you want to move into non-spoilers now?
You mean spoilers?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Non-spoilers. So,
and speaking of,
I'll tell you,
spoilery things, can I mention how excited I was to see Sereno?
Me too. So
Like,
I was
oh,
especially excited for Sereno because last month I listened to Dooku Jedi Lost,
yes.
which has a lot of lore about Sereno and the people of Sereno and Dooku. Hey Emma, and kind of how far he's
I miss you
fallen.
too.
So I really appreciated seeing Sereno in this episode and seeing the after effects of Dooku and his ambition and how ultimately, like Dooku himself, he was used, abused, and is now being discarded while the Empire reaps the benefits of all of Dooku's hard work.
Yeah.
And we see this in Tales of the Jedi too with Dooku and how he sort of became the very thing he swore to destroy with corrupt senator. He became corrupt and used his world and basically destroyed his world in order to fund his war effort.
Yeah.
We don't
It's
really
been
get
an
to see that in
interesting,
Clone Wars.
not necessarily a year, because Tales of the Jedi was last year, and Bad Batch is this year. But within the past little bit, we've gotten quite the bit of Dooku content, even if Sereno is literally just a reference in his old house.
even when he's dead, he's still. And I do have to say, I also really appreciate that this man had a secret hatch under his desk.
Oh yeah, because I actually got to watch this episode with Callahan, and
Okay.
when we saw the secret hatch, I was like, that is some total Dooku shit to pull, because we all know that Anakin was a drama queen. We know Obi-Wan was a drama queen. You think Dooku wasn't? The man is literally named
He
Count
definitely was.
Dooku. Like, come on, with the exquisite pajamas and
His
everything.
former. So my favorite Dooku fact I learned from Jedi Lost was the fact that the fellow Padawans used to call him Your Highness.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they used to taunt him with not, and before they even knew that he was royalty, they used to just taunt him over the fact that he carried himself so arrogantly. So it was really enjoyable to see sort of the effects of that, where he was, his lavishness and his arrogance was ultimately his downfall.
Yeah, Dooku's cool.
Speaking of
we
Sereno,
never
getting to see clones on Sereno is crazy.
Yeah,
we need more Dooku.
So we see clones on Sereno. Specifically, I found out that named clone is Captain Wilco.
Mm-hmm.
So he's the one with the little black bit on his armor.
He's got the pauldron. Yeah, he's got the black pauldron.
Yes. So we don't really get any because this is after Order 66, and we know that clones began rapidly getting rid of any sign that they used to be with a specific battalion. So we don't really know.
So I noticed actually something kind of interesting about Captain Wilco. Or is he Captain? What was his rank?
I think it's Captain.
Yeah. So one thing I noticed so if you look at Rex and a lot of other clone troopers during the Clone Wars, their pauldrons always came off to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Wilco's goes off to the right.
Interesting. Okay.
It's a very small detail. It's a very small detail, but it does kind of show that transfer between the Republic and the Empire.
We are, yes. Wilkos was a clone trooper who served as a stormtrooper clone captain in the army of the Galactic Empire following the end of the Clone Wars in 19 BBY. Which, speaking of which, a a lot of people have been wondering when season 2 of Bad Batch picks up. It is still 19 BBY. It is 5 months following the end of the previous season.
Yeah, their armor went through hell in those 5 months.
I mean, that paint job looks pretty. I like it. Speaking of paint jobs,
It does. It does.
when we first saw like the photos of the armor, because we had like that one photo of all of them in their new armor get teased, and that was like the first thing that we saw of season 2. When
Mhm.
that first photo came out, I saw a lot of people theorizing that, oh, what if they take on the colors of each of the clone squadrons that they liberate from the Empire? Because we see like a little bit of that Hauser blue, um, and then a little bit of yellow and
Mhm.
red. Yellow and red confuse me because that would have been the 212th, likely, or the 327th Star Corps, who either served under Kenobi or Aayla Secura, as well as the red would have been the Coruscant Guard, which was like, do we know of any other red battalions that could be? But no, to my knowledge, it's just the Coruscant Royal Guard. Um, and I doubt they're getting liberated
Mhm.
anytime soon, if I'm being completely honest. So, yeah,
Nope. Although,
that's
what was super interesting to me about the new armor is like, so shout out to my friend Gia on TikTok for pointing this out. Um, they're all missing cod pieces now.
they got some confidence. Let me tell you that.
Yeah. So all of the batch are missing cod pieces. So that's that. I also really enjoyed seeing Omega be a lot more competent and really come into her own,
Yep.
and and how those months with the batch were not wasted. How like she's growing as a character outside of that. We see her like train tech and things like that. Like that was really cool to see. I really appreciated that.
Yeah. The fact that Tech is
So,
making Omega memorize every single ship within the Imperial fleet, and the fact that she remembers them all as well. Things as specific as the fact that there are thrusters on cargo pods. It's impressive. It
well,
really
that's where
is.
the batch sort of succeeded, and I think what's interesting is that I think we're going to see this more throughout the season, but Omega sort of taking a characteristic from each member of the batch as
I
she
believe it.
goes on, like learning more and doing more and sort of reflecting a part of each member of the batch. But what would be really interesting and is having her get like an episode. I can't remember what the name of the one is in Rebels, but it's the one where Callus and Zeb get stranded together.
Ooh, I
I
do
would
love
love an
that episode.
episode of I would love an episode of Omega and Crosshair stranded somewhere together.
That'd be something. Because I,
Because we would get some actual development for Crosshair,
mhm.
and also it would be very entertaining to see how they clash. And I feel like we would learn more about why and how he removed his chip if he actually did. Because I'm kind of in the headcanon that he's being programmed to think that it was removed. But also, he did disobey. Like he let Omega. He saved Omega at the end of season 1, so it kind of makes sense that that he removed his chip. But I don't know. It could go either way.
I will say,
Yeah, an argument made
just because
either way.
you ha- just because you haven't removed your chip doesn't necessarily mean you can't disobey orders. Look at what happened with Hauser and all of his boys.
I mean, look at Rex, how he was able to fight the chip.
Yeah.
Even for a few moments, but still.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot though is really great because it's showing all of that. And what I am most interested in is that we've seen droids in the trailers. We've seen that there's going to be clones versus droids. And I
Yeah.
think the reason that they're having the clones raid Sereno of all places
Hmm.
is to sort of keep the clones in that Clore's mindset. Because I'm gonna get a little poli sci here for a minute, but
Okay.
one of the key components to fascist regime, which the Empire is having an enemy or an other. So, who is the
Right.
enemy when you've won the war? Oh, the
It can't
enemy
be.
are the leftovers, the holdouts from the separatists. I mean, they orbitally bombarded Sereno, and they never said why. So it leads me to believe there is either a revolt, which is possible, or what I'm thinking is that it was a move of retribution by the Empire. And I think either way is terrifying, but
Well, yeah. The Empire. Of course, it's terrifying.
I think we're Empire beat evil fascists in the show, and I'm happy about that.
You want to talk about
We get
the
to
Empire being
see the glory of
ruthless?
the Empire up close.
I think one of the beautiful things that we will get to see within the Empire is sort of that. How do I put it into words? That very corrupt, like, oh, it's me before the cause kind of feel, and we see that with Rampart there at the end of the episode, and it's that
Yes,
beautiful
I
parallel
really like that
humans
scene.
versus clones. That scene got to me because like I was sitting there watching it with Callahan, um, and because a part of me knew that Wilco wasn't going to willingly falsify a report, and when he said it, I was like, oh, you're gonna
Yeah, he
die.
did.
Like I I knew it was gonna happen like 10 seconds before it did, and it didn't at all lessen the blow. There was really no way of preparing for that. It was just kind of, you're going to die.
Oh, yeah.
He died.
As soon as he said it, I was like, buddy, you're done. You're done.
That was
But the
the
fact that the fact that not be like shot, which would have been devastating enough, he got pushed off the cliff as well.
Mm-hmm.
Heart wrenching. But what's interesting is that we see how the Empire sort of ties back to the Separatists. Because what was one thing that Grievous always did when he was upset with his droids? He'd destroy them.
Mm-hmm.
He'd bash a droid's head off or something like that. And in the Clone Wars, it's played to comedic effect. But we see that Vader's not one who is awful to their subordinates. So I'm willing to believe that the entire Imperial military is like that, where hierarchy is built off of who can be the worst human being possible. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was really cool to see. And then also, I'll wait about this because I know we were talking about the armor, but I would be very, very interested to see if Lego does a rework of the Marauder
Oh yeah.
for this new season, where they release the batch with new armor. It'd be kind of an easy sell. I mean, Star Wars fans are complaining about it anyway, but you know,
Well, yeah.
we're Lego Star Wars fans. We'll never be happy. But hey, Lego, just an idea. If you're watching this for any reason and like you want to hire me to like imagine up sets, I got you. We were talking before stream of like different sets that we could get, and I was like, bro, why don't we just money printer this? Like, listen, I can be a damn good capitalist when I want to be. Okay, the 501st Specialist Battle Pack, get all do the same pack for each, same gun, same cannon, everything, but just change the color printing on the clones. Money printer goes burr. For real. You will be just full printing money off the shelves. And guess what? They're going to complain anyway. They're going to complain regardless. So why not just... I'm not going to say it. Why not full send it? There we go. Why not just full send it? Lego. Call me. Reach out to me at the link in our bio, Lego. Please. I'm begging.
Well, do we have any other points for the episode? I feel like we've kind of covered the main stuff.
Really appreciate how Tech has a little arc as where this show it's picking up on a theme from Clone Wars that I really like, is the complexity of the Separatists. How they're not just generic one-note bad guys.
Mm-hmm.
Although I will admit, I can't remember if it was Callahan or Cite that sent me this meme, but it was Separatists when they see General Grievous flying they're a Devastator class dreadnought ship, the Malevolent. Oh, wait, up baddies.
Yep, he sent that to me too.
That was hilarious, and I was very thankful for that meme. So good meme. Dylan approved.
Yeah.
Boom. Approved of the meme. But yeah, Wrecker was cool getting to use the cannon, and I appreciate that Wrecker is just not this big dumb guy, that he's actually quite smart in his niche.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that, and his niche is blowing stuff up, and this was shown in season 1 as well. So it's not like it's a new thing, but I appreciate it. And then Tech getting that sort of eye-opening moment of the Serenian where you know, he only ever saw the Serenians as separatists when he said, no, this is not a separatist data core. This is a Sereno data core. Like, this is from my people. This is not, like, we're more than Dooku.
Our culture,
and I really appreciate that. And I think that's a great message for the audience as well, because so often when we think of countries and peoples in the real world, we often associate them with their leaders. Like, for example, I know many. We have a lot of friends that are not from the U.S. So sometimes it's easy to generalize somebody from the U.S. as, oh, you're like president. No.
Cool.
And I think it's good too, because you have countries like Russia, for example, or Belarus. I have a good friend named from Belarus, and she absolutely despises their government, despises their president. But it's one of those things that I'm trying to think of the right way to word this. It is, you know, and she says that, you know, those that do know country only know about the president and his corruption and how he's, you know, Putin's lapdog. And she said, you know, we're so much more than that. Our people are so much more than that. But unfortunately, we get stuffed into this box because of the way that people see it. So I think that was a really great episode that has a lot of a great message in the episode that has like real world stakes, that we're more than just our leaders, and that our culture existed before the bad leader came, and our culture will exist after that bad leader leaves. So just be mindful of that.
Yeah.
So it was a
I
good
would
lesson
say-
for tech and the audience as well.
I would say this: as far as countries and the leaders, I feel like a fair amount of people, just throughout the world, are at least somewhat dissatisfied with their country's government, mainly their specific leader. One specific leader I like a lot: the President of Ireland. His name is Michael D. Higgins, and he looks like if you put everyone's grandpa together, put him in a blender, and it spat out a little man. And that's what he is. And everywhere he goes
Is he the
with
guy who
his
looks like
dog.
Santa Claus?
No, more like
Okay, yeah, you know exactly what you're talking
like
about.
a like a little older Danny DeVito, kinda. Here, let me pull up this man.
You've sent me a photo of this man. I remember you sending me a photo of him.
Yeah.
I know
Here,
you're talking
let me-
about now.
Well, now I'm just gonna show him.
Show the boy off.
Here we are. Here we are. He's this fella. This fella right here. Yeah. And his dogs go everywhere with him. Like everywhere. To the point that I think there was one point in time where
He
he's
does look like Danny DeVito.
He does. He's a little Danny DeVito man. But the best part is apparently, because I watch a couple. I watch a couple Irish YouTubers, RT Games, Call Me Kevin, and apparently you can find him just out having a drink with people. He is so well liked that he can just freely roam the streets of Ireland and go and have a drink with his people. The thought of that happening with the world leader, the thought of that happening with the world leaders of most other countries is suicide to them.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine? President of the United States. No. It's just not something they do.
Well, like what's always crazy to me is like when the president of the United States like stops to go to like I'm trying to think of a good example. There was one time like Obama like stopped to go to McDonald's.
Mhm.
And like the amount of like Secret Service agents in that McDonald's is insane.
Oh yeah.
These absolute mountains. So most people see the president, the picture of like Obama with like the ice cream cone. He's like licking it. And all I'm thinking about is that's a Secret Service guy, that's a Secret Service guy, that's one in disguise, that's a Secret Service guy. Like those mountains, just masses of muscle, like, you know, hands in their shirts or tucked behind their waist. Like you guys aren't fooling anybody. But also you are fooling people because if you're not looking for them, you're not there.
Well, yeah. But yeah.
Speaking of, but yeah,
I like the president of Ireland. He's a funky little man, and I like him a lot.
he is my new favorite world leader. All politicians are bad. Not you though. You're cool.
Not him. He's okay. It is that one meme of Mr. Krabs being like, "Go on, get out of here, get out of here." Not you. You stay. And there's like the one clown that's very excited to stay.
Yes. Love me some SpongeBob. But anyways, before we move into news and rumors, I got a very good pickup recently that I want to share with the class. For those who are unaware, January 1st released a new wave of Lego sets. Most importantly, the ones that are worth picking up, in my opinion, are the TIE Bomber and the First Specialist Battle Pack. So I actually was able to order it and get it because holy moly, it is on back order right now.
Oh yeah.
Same with like half of the Star Wars sets on Lego.com.
I mean,
Man,
welcome
how
to
McDonald's sounds like an episode of a niche comedy. I love you, Psychic Red. You're awesome, dude. But anyway, so here is actually, hold on. Before I review this set, we're gonna do a TikTok bit. So get ready. Warm your hands up. Get ready. We're doing a TikTok. We're doing it right here, right now. Follow Under the Helmet podcast on TikTok when I actually make it. I got home late from work today, but it's gonna happen. Get ready for this. We don't have a banner. We don't need a banner for this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. Lego Star Wars fans are gonna cancel me for this opinion. Ready? I actually like the helmet holes on the troopers, and this rangefinder does not look bad. Okay. I know my energy switched from like 200 to like 10. That's like part of the bit, okay? Like look, it's really not that bad. And like also I heard a lot of complaints about like the cama and the leg printing. It looks fine. Like if you want to add a cama to him, add a cama to him. It's not that deep, bro. Like I think it looks fine. It looks serviceable for the figure. And I'm not just saying that because I made a joke about Lego like sending me money or sending me sets or whatever. Like if they want to, great. But like I honestly don't think it's that bad. And also, I did a little research. Grab one of my heavies. So as you can see, these helmet holes, everybody wants their original position right here to down here. See right there where my finger's pointing.
I'm glad that Sidekick
Oh,
Red
no,
was
my
paying
hand-
attention
my
to
hands
those
are
banners
absolutely
because I was having fun.
Linkula. But all right. So what people want is they want the visor to attach here. Separate.
Uh-oh. Well, we might be losing Dylan, folks. Despite getting a new computer.
The helmet. Right. See how that looks?
Give me a second.
If it was attached to the helmet hole right there, and you switch it, see how it looks off center? And then you switch it, it's not wide enough to fit the whole helmet.
Well, it's also down in front of the eyes.
Exactly. It doesn't line up.
A little, little lopsided there.
That's why the helmet holes are at the top. Internet cut for posting cringe. Nah, you're just mad because I speak the truth, bro. Like I said, Lego Star Wars fans are totally gonna cancel me for this one. All right, but yeah, see, it looks fine. It looks fine. You know, grow up and stop complaining about Lego minifigures, you fucking nerds. But yeah,
all right.
Even with the rangefinder, like it does not look that bad. Okay, it does not look that bad. And here's if you wanted it to place down below, is it advising that Lego put it down? Because yes, if you look at the box, it is in a different spot. Yeah, it's not great marketing, but like you're still getting a Lego set, bro. Like listen, you're getting a mass-produced Lego set. This is a toy for children. And I hate to use that argument because it's so fucking lazy. But it's like, bro, do you know how excited 10-year-old me would be to have a phase 2 clone that I could put a rangefinder on? Do you know how excited 10-year-old me would be? I'd be losing my marbles. Also, can we just appreciate the macro binoculars, please?
I do love them.
This piece is perfect. No, a black line would make it look stupid. It's a damn near perfect piece. And it also does fit on older clones. So yeah, very cool. Thank you, Lego. This set is kick-ass. If you're mad about it, Cope, don't buy like 30 of them and be like, I bought 30 Lego Star Wars Clone Specials battle packs. Clickbait, watch my video. Not gonna lie, I do enjoy a couple of videos like that, but for real, it's a cool set. My only complaint is the ironically, the heavy troopers, I don't like their guns. Their guns are kind of mid.
Oh, I call those ones the
So
shotguns.
yeah, that's why I gave this guy a minigun.
There we go. I like that.
So this guy's got a minigun, and this guy's got a shotgun. It adds a little bit
Variety.
to your figure.
I like it.
All you
like
do is, if you want a build guide, hit me up. Hit me up. I'll stop gushing about my Lego now.
Well, my friends, I think it's time.
But anyway,
It's
for
news
some
and
news and
rumor time.
rumors.
Starting things off, let's go down to the bottom of my list.
And I think we'll bring back Figure of the Day too.
Bring back Figure of the Day.
Bring back Figure of the Day.
Oh, okay. You could have told me before we started, but I can find something.
Just to be a troll. Just to be a troll. Figure of the Day. Figure of the Day. Cope. Cope and Seed. Fig of the Day.
Are we done?
Cope.
Okay.
I am now.
First bit of news and rumors. Let's see here. Here we are. In the Thunderbolts film, reportedly, their mission will be to obtain adamantium from the celestial Tiamat, whose body, created by Circe, has also been turned into an island. The island will become Genosha, which is one of the many homes of mutants in the comics. So, I'm very interested in what that might hold, because I don't know that much about the mutants. Oh yeah, that's a good Tiamat impression.
It's
we have
just like a hand and a face. How is that gonna work?
I don't know.
I mean, made of adamantium though, like Magneto can do his thing.
Yeah. We have a new Avatar within the Last Airbender universe series coming. We're getting a new Avatar animated series. It's coming in 2025, and the next Avatar will be an Earthbender.
Let's fucking go. The only sad part is Korra's dead.
Yeah.
So
on the one hand,
I would really like Avatar. To hear.
On the other hand, new Avatar.
So I originally heard when they were first talking about these, that it was going to be 2 avatars and that Korra wasn't going to die. Going to give them her avatar power.
Oh. What?
I personally think that's kind of silly. I think that's very silly. I don't like that idea. So please don't do that. Please do just one new avatar and have Korra as the only avatar in the new cycle. I think that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Or would be even cooler is if they find a way to reconnect with other past avatars. Because have you seen Legend of Korra? Okay, so you know that
a good bit of it.
Spoiler alert, but she loses contact with the past avatars because the evil carpet beat the piss out of the good carpet. Yeah, that season was a little odd, but it was cool. It was a good show. It catches way too much hate for no reason.
I mean, I actually love Legend of Korra, not just because we got some actual, LGBTQ representation within the Avatar universe. Even if Nickelodeon did everything in their fucking power to cut it out, I'm still pissed at them that.
Have you read any of the comics?
I have not. I need to.
So, what's her name? Kyoshi, I thought.
Yes, with the comics and whatnot. But at the time when it was being made, which is what I'm talking about, they were doing everything in their power not to.
I know.
Not to let her her do her thing. There's this whole Mako relationship.
I think we can all agree Kyoshi has Dami.
I'm sorry, Dylan. Your internet cut out.
That's
there.
cool and all.
Your internet cut out there again.
That's cool and all.
Hello? You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm here.
Your internet has kept cutting out for the past 5 minutes. Oh, it is doing it again.
Big Lego from trying to spread. They doesn't want you to know this, but the Lego 5 first battle camera qualities.
Yeah, we
cool.
did not catch any of that. I feel like I should have used the rant time banner, but moving on from that, we have some news.
What's our Kyoshi could step on me? What?
Dylan, you be careful. I'm going to bring out the banner, and I know your girlfriend is in the chat.
No comment.
Oh, the power that I hold. Anyway,
I'm just giving your ideas.
Secret Invasion, as well as Loki Season 2, will have trailers releasing within January. Loki is going to get a teaser trailer. Secret Invasion will get their actual trailer because, as we all know, we got a teaser trailer a little while ago. So, delightful bit there. Let's see. I'm just going through the news and rumors that I have. I
got one. February 26th, I believe, is the new season of Outer Banks on Netflix. If you have seen it and you are obsessed with it, like I am, you will be very happy about that. Same feet. No. Chew. Does she know about the banner? I think she knows about the banner. I think I told her.
I don't think she knows about the banner. You've done a really good job of hiding it and turning off your camera every time that I've put it up.
No comment.
That'll be a fun little conversation for you two later. Anyway, I have news about Blade.
Something inside of me. What?
I have news about Blade.
News about Blade?
We barely ever get news about Blade.
Nice, do tell.
Apparently, Faiza Hussein and Hannibal King will appear in Blade. And my biggest comment when I read that was, "Wow, who's that?" Because I have no idea.
Yeah, no idea.
So, yeah. But anyway, let's see. So recently, Tobey Maguire did an AMA over on Reddit, and we learned some very interesting things. Namely, he has seen the Bully Maguire memes. He thinks they're very interesting. Yes, Callahan is rumored to have a cameo in Blade. At this point, I might have a cameo in Blade.
Nice.
I might be in the running for Reed Richards in Fantastic Four. We don't fucking know anything anymore.
Rumored to be a Multiverse of Madness. So. I was rumored to be in Multiverse of Madness, but they cut my scene.
Oh yeah, they cut the scene. We have two untitled Halloween specials. Oh. We have two untitled Halloween specials that are currently in development at Marvel Studios following the success of Werewolf by Night. We don't know which characters they are, though. So, I guess we'll have to see. We have more Daredevil Born Again news. I feel like this is the show that I see like the most news about. Like the most. Like
Makes
we know
sense.
he's gonna have
It's the one that everybody
sued.
wants.
Yeah. Reportedly, Charlie Cox says Daredevil Born Again will have more legal maneuvering than bone breaking for his character. With quoting, there will be a heavy influence of courtroom stuff, Matt Murdock, the lawyer, in the new show. And honestly, I'm okay with this. I'm very okay with this. It's gonna be a good time. And I'm excited. So
I'm excited regardless.
Oh yeah.
I'm just frustrated. I think one of the things I'm frustrated about when it comes to Daredevil, and it's kind of tampering my excitement a little bit, is the fact that some of the more toxic fans have sort of attached themselves to Daredevil and are using Daredevil to like shit on the MCU. You can like both things, bro. It's okay. And like if you like Daredevil more than the MCU, just watch Daredevil. Like it ain't that deep, bro. Like it just annoys me. It's really
Charlie Cox
frustrating.
himself even
Or
said,
like what
if
gets
you don't
me
like
is,
it, don't watch it.
based. But what really frustrates me is the whole like, oh my god, Daredevil's gonna be making jokes. Like he makes jokes in the original show. There's entire compilations of like Daredevil comedic moments. Like to say that Daredevil's not a funny show, you're lying. There's great humor in Daredevil. Even season 3 there's humor. So to say that like it's not going to be good, they're gonna do the Marvel humor. And also, I just rewatched Love and Thunder the other day. Y'all gave that movie way too much shit. Like that movie caught way too much shit for no reason. Like it's an enjoyable movie. It's fun. My girlfriend and I sat down and watched it. We both loved it. I loved it before, and I still love it now. So
my biggest gripe with Love and Thunder is that I think Taika didn't get enough time. That movie is one of the shortest in the MCU. If you'd given him the time that he got with Ragnarok, people would complain way less. But he had to cram so much into such a short amount of time. It's the reason why a lot of gore scenes got cut. It's the reason why a lot of other stuff got cut. But that's just me.
The scenes of Thor and Zeus, those actually were really good. I'm kind of disappointed they got cut, but the movie we got is the movie we got, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I enjoyed the scene of Zeus talking about orgy. This is the most accurate Zeus we've ever gotten. So
it really is.
Stay mad,
especially when you look at Greek mythology, because I love the posts that are like DC Zeus versus MCU Zeus. And DC Zeus is very much so. I mean, it's something. It's something. But ultimately, when you look at Greek mythology,
DC. All right. Here we go. Hot take. I'm charging it up. I'm gonna say it. DC Zeus. The only people that like DC's version of Zeus are fucking Snyder cucks. Okay. For real. The only people that fucking oh my god, DC Zeus. He's a fucking 300. Like literally just fucking copy paste Leonidas from 300. Give him some like fucking lightning effects, and boom, you got DC Zeus. It ain't a fucking character. He's a fucking action figure that he threw at Darkseid. Fuck you. It's not a good character. Meanwhile, you get Marvel Zeus. Like, yes, it's more comedic. Oh, also another thing, you're just mad because you're fat phobic. Fuck you. You're upset because Zeus has a little bit of loving in the midsection. Cope. It's okay. Like, it is okay for Zeus, the king of the gods. What better way to show the decadence and the apathy of the god than to compare Thor to Zeus? It's perfect. It's a great scene. You don't give it enough credit because you guys are stupid. Stay mad. Yeah, I said Snyder cucks. They are. They're.
So I'm gonna be
They
real
would watch
honest,
Zack Snyder.
you
The Snyder fanboys would like watch Zack Snyder go down on their anime body pillows because none of them have girlfriends. So they go down on their anime body pillows and they would sit there in the corner and they would thank him when he was done. Also, no shade to people that own anime body pillows. You guys are all right. Some of you.
All right, well, this is taking a weird turn. I'm gonna be real honest. When I first saw DC Zeus, I did actually think that was a Leonidas edit from 300.
I told you, bro. It literally is.
But I also never saw the Snyder cut. So
Also, can we stop with
can we what?
Neither did I. I've seen all of the scenes that he added, and honestly, the only good scene is the Flash one, but it's got Ezra Miller, so
Yeah.
and they're not coming down from the ceiling with a steel chair, so it's kind of mid, to be completely honest. Like it's a cool scene.
If Ezra Miller's not coming down from the ceiling with a steel chair, I don't want it.
But yeah, I mean it's an interesting scene. It's probably one of the best in that movie, and also I don't have 4 fucking hours of my life to burn. Like,
So
yeah,
I have
have
one piece of general news, 2 pieces of MCU news. And the 2 pieces of MCU news are actually both about the same thing. As far as general news, I have some news about Elon Musk. As Elon Musk has earned a new achievement, title, whatever you want to call it, as he is the first person in history to erase $200 billion from their net worth. $200 billion gone from your net worth. No one has ever done this before. No one. And I find it very funny.
Thank you, Elon. Very cool.
So, anyway, I wanted to bring that up. Let's talk about She-Hulk. Because you know we love Big Green Lady show.
Wait,
here.
real quick. Have you seen Glass Onion?
I have not. I have not.
Okay, watch Glass Onion. Get to the end of the movie, and tell me that's not directed at Elon Musk. Well, we'll get there. For those of you who have seen Glass Onion, it's amazing. Rian Johnson is great. He directed the best Star Wars movie. That's like a movie. Now, I'm not saying like it's my favorite Star Wars movie. I'm just saying that like The Last Jedi is the best Star Wars movie. Cope, spitting out all the hot takes tonight.
Visually delightful. I thoroughly enjoy.
We're gonna have to do a cut of just me saying the word cope.
You know what? You can go back and edit that one. I'm having a hard enough time trying to edit the things that I do have to. So,
for real, Eli, do watch Glass Onion. You will thoroughly enjoy it.
I've heard very good things. It might be one to put on my new projector that I just got. That's right. I watched The Bad Batch on my freaking wall. Anyway,
I used to use a projector before I got a TV.
Honestly,
I think I watched
sometimes I like
the Obi-Wan on projector.
The first thing I watched was Ghostbusters.
Really great at night.
Consequently, Ghostbusters 2. Because of course I did. It's me. But anyway, I have my last 2 bits of news, and then we'll wrap things up for the evening. But let's see. So let's see. The guy who has written more issues of She-Hulk than anyone is known as Dan Slott. I believe they do currently work for Marvel. and are still writing for them. He's come out a couple times. Callahan! There we go. I was wondering when you'd show up.
There's
anyway.
There they are. Callahan.
Here we go. Anyway, hello. Glad you could make it. Dan Slott has tweeted 2 things now.
Hello.
The first one is very short and simple. People upset over hashtag She-Hulk twerking for fun with a celebrity that she liked somehow have no problem with Tony Stark having a stripper pole in his private jet in Iron Man 1. With women Tony Stark was paying to dance for his pleasure. Spare me this newfound outrage. Following that up...
and it's... Damn it, I gotta agree with Dan Slott now.
We have another one. Anyone saying the @She-Hulk official TV show wasn't comic book accurate? I'm the guy who has written more issues of She-Hulk than anyone. I read every single comic from every hashtag She-Hulk run. And I'm saying, for the record, it is the most comic book accurate show in the MCU. And with that, I rest my case for the evening. I will...
It is.
We'll hop off.
Well, the thing about She-Hulk, too. So, a lot of She-Hulk was actually based on Dan Slott's run. Mm-hmm. So...
It would make sense.
No, he wrote the comics, so he would know.
If anybody's gonna know.
Hope and see.
Anybody's
hope and see. Yeah. Is that everything?
That's everything. That's it.
All right. So, with that being said, thank you for joining us in a new year with another episode of the most disorganized podcast on the internet. If you like what you saw here today and you made it to the end, you might as well hit that like button. Leave a comment. Share this video with your enemies, your lovers, your teachers, your professors, the gals, the gays, the theys. Share this video with everybody because more people need to join in on the fun of this absolutely crazy ride that is this podcast. So thank you for coming out. Have a good night. May the force be with you. And we will see you the next time we go Under the Helmet.
Have a good night, everybody.
Bye. Goodbye now.